Yeah, you can see that on top. You'll see that meeting is live, YouTube live.
Live, yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. I'll quit the session. You
Yeah,
can go ahead and take your
yeah,
class.
thank you, sir.
Ma'am, you can switch on your PowerPoint, please.
Happy morning, all. Topics for the day. Today we are going to see about trading and settlement procedure, dematerialization, depositors, National Stock Exchange of India, Bombay Stock Exchange. So before entering into trading and settlement procedure, we are going to see types of operators in stock exchange. So number one is brokers. Members of stock exchange, brokers are the members of stock exchange. Brokers buy and sell securities on behalf of their clients. So the brokers will charge commission for this service. So brokers, the members of stock exchange, brokers buy and sell securities on behalf of their clients. That is who are all not members. Right? So the brokers will charge commission for this service. Number two is jobbers. The jobbers, members of stock exchange, they will buy and sell securities on behalf of whom, and so he will make profit by selling securities at high price. Third is bulls. So bulls are speculators. So as we all know, speculators who are purchased an asset with the hope that someday it will become more valuable. Right? So the same like thing when price speculators who experts rise in price, they buy securities to sell them in future at high price. So when price rise as expected by bull, that is bull market. The last one is bears. So bears, he sells securities for the future deliver with the hope so that someday the price may fall. So these
Madam,
four are,
sorry to interrupt.
yes sir,
Hello.
yes sir,
Ma'am, your PPT is not running, I think. Can you just switch on your PPT?
PPT is running sir.
It's running because YouTube, I'm not able to see. I think your screen is paused on top. Can you just check if it is paused? Screen share on top. Your PPT is not visible to the students. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Now it's visible sir.
Go ahead, ma'am. Now it's okay.
Thank you. So these four are the some types of operators in stock exchange. So the next is trading and settlement procedure. Trading and settlement procedure, now everything become digitalized, right? So trading in securities is now executed through an online screen-based electronic trading system. So this is buying and selling of shares and debentures are done through a computer terminal. So there was a time where securities bought and sold on the floor of stock exchange through auction system. So now in auction system, whoever bids high shall shares are sold to the highest bidders. No, so the same kind of thing. So now almost all exchanges have gone electronic, and trading is done in the broker's office through a computer terminal. So trading in securities is done through brokers who are all members of stock exchange. Stock exchange has its main computer system with many terminals spread across the country. So every broker has to access to the computer terminals that is connected to the main stock exchange. So in the screen-based trading, the number of a member logs on to the site and get all the information about the company shares, share price on the members. So that is how trading has shifted from stock market flows to broker office. So the next is dematerialization, that is demat. So since all systems are computerized, buying and selling of securities are settled through an electronic book entry form. So this is mainly done to eliminate problem like security theft, fake transfer and transfer delays. So the process of holding the securities in an electronic form is called dematerialization. So holding shares in demat form is very convenient. So as it is like just like a bank account, and also SEBI, Security and Exchange Board of India, has made it mandatory for the settlement procedure to take place in demat form. So dematerialization is the process of holding the securities in an electronic form. It's called dematerialization. So SEBI made it mandatory for all the settlement procedure. Whenever the trade takes place, all the settlement procedure should take place in the demat form. The next is depository. Okay, depository, just like a bank keeps money safe for customers, a depository is also same like a bank which holds security in an electronic form on behalf of investors. That is securities like equity shares, preference shares, debentures. So it is a depository like a bank and keeps securities in an electronic form on behalf of investors. So in India, there are two depositories. The one is NSDL, National Securities Depositors Limited, and number two is CDSL, the Central Depository Service Limited. This NSDL is the first largest depository presently operational in India. So these both national level depositories operate through intermediaries. So these two national level depositories, that is NSDL and CDSL. So these two national level depositories operate through intermediaries who are electronically connected to the depository and serves as the contract point with the investor, and they are called depository participants. So these depository participants serves as an intermediary between the investor and the depository, that is NSDL or CDSL. So these two NSDL and CDSL will act as an intermediary between the investors and the depository. And coming to depository participants, these people open demat account for the investor, maintain security account balance for the investor. The next is we have some steps involved in screen-based trading for buying and selling securities. So we have some 6 to 7 steps, that is steps involved in screen-based trading. So once all the procedures are done, okay, we have bought shares and the depository, the demat account has been opened, and next, so we are going to buy and sell shares. So what are the steps involved in this screen-based trading? So number one is selection of brokers. SEBI registered brokers. So who are all member of stock exchange, investor has to select a broker who buys and sells securities on behalf of the investor. So investor has to select the SEBI registered brokers for buying and selling securities on behalf of them. Number two is opening demat account with the depository participants. So brokers will provide you a service opening demat account with the depository participants. So person who wants to trade in listed securities in electronic form has to open this account with the depository participants. That is investor to depository participants. Depository participants open demat account, and depository holds securities in electronic form. So after the opening demat account, the third step is placing order. So the next thing is placing the order with brokers to buy or sell shares. So investors have to give the clear instruction about the number of shares and the price at which the shares should be bought or sold. So as per the instruction of the investor, the brokers will execute the order. They will buy or sell securities according to the instruction of investor's instruction. So after the trade has been executed, within 24 hours, the broker issue a contract note. So the contract note contains all the details of securities price, number of shares bought or sold, the date and time of deals, and brokerage charges. So has like if we place order in any e-commerce site, no, that is Amazon or Flipkart, we'll be getting the order details now. So the date, order ID, date of delivery. So like saying the contract note contains all the details regarding securities. It is all when the securities is bought, the time, so the deal, date and time of deal, and brokerage charges. So everything will be mentioned in that contract note. So once it's all done, the last step is settlement. This is the actual transfer of securities. This is done by the broker on behalf of their clients. So the settlement cycle is on a rolling settlement basis. The rolling settlement basis, that is T plus 2 day. So once the trade is done, so before 2003, the settlement procedure will be in a weekly basis or fortnightly basis. So after 2003, April 2000, effect from April 2003, the trading settlement procedure is to T plus 2 days. So that is T is trade day. T is trade day plus 2 days. For example, today is Monday, right? So if the trade takes place today, that is on Monday, and gets settled on Wednesday. So this is what rolling settlement basis, which is effect from April 2003, that is T plus 2 days. So once the trade has been done, it should be settled within the 2 days from the trade day. Okay. So now the settlement is all done. Payment is done. Now the investor has to deliver the shares sold or pay cash for the shares bought. The investor has to deliver the shares sold or pay cash for shares bought. So this should be done immediately after receiving the contract note, or else on behalf of the clients, the brokers shall make payment or deliver to the securities to the stock exchange. So this is called pay in day. Pay in day on behalf of the clients, the broker shall make payment. This is pay in day. The next is payout day. Payout day is the process by which the clearing corporation, that is clearing corporation is stock exchange, so makes payment or deliver of securities to be received by the broker on behalf of the clients is payout day. So this will be done once the settlement is done immediately. Payout day is the exchange will deliver the shares or make payment to the brokers on behalf of their clients. So once all the settlement procedure done, broker can make deliver of the shares and demat form directly to the investor's demat account. So these 8 steps are the steps which is involved in screen-based trading for buying and selling securities. So number one is we have to select the SEBI registered broker, and we have to open demat account. So once the demat account is opened, the investor has to place the order. After the order placed, the broker will execute the order as per the investor instruction. So once the trade has been executed within the 24 hours, the brokers has to issue the contract note to the investor which contain all the share details. So after that settlement, so settlement has per the rolling settlement basis, that is T plus 2 days. Once the trade is executed today, it should be settled on trade plus 2 days. So after that, pay and payout. So paying and payout on behalf of the clients, brokers shall make payment or deliver of securities to the stock exchange. This is pay in day. So payout is the exchange will deliver the share or make payment to the brokers on behalf of the clients is payout day. So these are the major steps involved in buying and selling securities. So now moving to National Stock Exchange of India. So as you all know, we have two major stock exchange, popular stock exchange. One is NSE, another one is BSE. The NSE, National Stock Exchange, is the latest, most modern and technology-driven exchange. So it is recognized by SEBI as a stock exchange in 1993, and it started operation in 1994. NSE has set up a nationwide, fully automated, screen-based trading system. So NSE, that is National Stock Exchange, set up by leading financial institutions, insurance companies, banks, and financial intermediaries. So this National Stock Exchange run by a professionals who do not directly or indirectly trade on stock exchange. So we have some main objectives of NSCR. So establishing a national-wide trading facilities for all types of securities. So through an appropriate communication network, it ensures equal access to investors all over the country. And NSE using electronic trading system, NSE providing a fair and efficient and transparent securities market. So these are the main objectives of NSE. And the exchange provides, NSE deals with two segment of securities. So one is capital market segment, another one is money market segment. So capital market segment, in this segment, it deals with debentures, equity shares, and preference shares. So when it comes to money market segment, it is wholesale debt market segment. In this segment, it deals with treasury bill, commercial paper, certificate of deposit. So NSE deals with the main two segment of securities. One is capital market segment, another one is money market segment, which is wholesale debt market segment. When it comes to capital market, it deals with the debentures, equity shares, and preference shares. When it comes to money market segment, in this segment, it deals with treasury bill, commercial paper, certificate of deposit. Now, National Stock Exchange has been able to take the stock market to the doorstep of investors, and it has been playing a leading role as a change agent in transforming the Indian capital market. And also, within a span of 10 years, NSE has been able to achieve its objectives for which it was set up. So this is all about the National Stock Exchange of India. Now, coming to Bombay Stock Exchange. Okay, Bombay Stock Exchange, Asia's first and oldest stock exchange and second largest exchange in India in terms of market capitalization and trading volume. So, more than 5,000 companies are listed from all over the country and outside. So, BSE, Asia's first and oldest stock exchange, was established in 1875. So it has more than 5,000 companies are listed from overall the country and outside in Bombay Stock Exchange. So Bombay Stock Exchange would be good for long-term investors, as they would be trading as they would be trade has they would not be trading daily on a daily basis. So the main objectives of BSE are to provide an efficient and transparent market for trading in equities, debt instruments, and mutual funds, and also to provide a trading platform for equities of small and medium enterprises. And and also the BSE ensures active and safeguard trading through through an electronic driven exchange. So has now everything has become digitalized, right? So BSE has a global reach with customers around the world, and it provides education on financial markets and vocational training to a lot of people seeking for employment and stockbrokers. So this capital market institute called the BSC Institute Limited. So this is all about Bombay Stock Exchange. So um, so we'll recall everything uh, regarding today's topic. So first is types of operators in stock exchange, the brokers, jobbers, bulls and bearers. So brokers who buys and sells securities on behalf of their clients, jobbers, they will buy and securities on behalf of their own, and bulls are speculators who experts rise in price and sells them in future at a higher price. So when they expected when price rise, it is bull market. Bears are sell securities for the future deliver with the hope that price may fall in future. So this trading and settlement procedure, before it was in the auction system, and after everything become digitalized, trading and securities are done through a computer terminals. So that is how trading shifted from stock market floor to broker's office. And dematerialization, all the buying and selling of securities are settled through an electronic book entry form. So this is done. This is mainly done to eliminate the problem of fake transfer. So it also demat form is very convenient as it is just like a bank account, and SEBI, Security and Exchange Board of India, has it made mandatory for the settlement procedure to place in the demat form. So holding shares in an electronic form is called dematerialization. So depositories on behalf of the investors, just like bank. It will hold securities, that is equity shares, preference shares, debentures in an electronic form on behalf of the investors. So, so we have two main depositories. One is NSDL, another one is CDSL, National Securities Depositories Limited, and another one is Central Depository Service Limited. So these both NSDL and CDSL operate through intermediaries who are all electronically connected to the depository and serves as the contract point with the investors, that they are called depository participants. So this depository participant serves as an intermediary between the investors and the depository. That is, depository here is NSDL or CDSL. So this depository participants open demat account of investors, maintain securities account balance of investors. So these two are the main thing once we are going to enter into trading procedure. So the next is trading and settlement procedure. As I said before, selection of brokers, opening demat account, placing order, execution of order. So once all steps were done, the last is settlement and pay and payout. So National Stock Exchange, so it is incorporated in 1992. You know, this four popular two stock exchange. One is NSE, another one is BSE. So this exchange provide trading in two segments. One is capital market segment, another one is money market segment. As capital market segment is, so it deals with debentures, equity shares, and preference shares. Money market segment is wholesale debt market. Money market is wholesale debt market segment. In this segment, it deals with treasury bill, commercial paper, and certificate of deposit. So has Bombay Stock Exchange, the main objective is through an appropriate communication network, it ensures equal access to investors all over the country, and using electronic trading system, NSE provide a fair and efficient and transparent securities market. The last is about BSE Bombay Stock Exchange. The Bombay Stock Exchange to provide an efficient, transparent market for trading in equities, debt instruments, and mutual funds. To provide a trading platform for equities of small and medium enterprises. So, has it reached a global customer around the world? As I said before, it has more than 5,000 companies are listed from overall the country and outside. So, and also it provides the education on financial markets and vocational training to a number of people seeking employment with stockbrokers. So this is Capital Market Institute called the BSC Institute Limited. Any queries? Students, any queries?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Any doubts you can ask now. The topics are clear. 5 topics are clear.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you all.
Thank